What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Today's topic is going to be about checking yourself first, analyzing yourself, asking yourself this question before you point the fingers at others and you have feedback, criticism to give to them. One thing I've learned in the past few years is a lot of people, they're always, it's like crazy. They're always able to see what everybody else is doing wrong, what everybody else can work on, what somebody else needs to change, but they have no clue. Like, they're doing the exact same thing, they've done the exact same thing, and more than likely will continue to do it. Exact same thing. People are always constantly quick to point the fingers, have a bunch of, shit to say about what this other person is or isn't doing, how they're bad, how they're terrible, this, that, and the other. And 99% of the time, they're literally the exact person they're talking about. They're literally that person to a T. They talk like them, they act like them, they do the same behaviors and actions, but they constantly have things to say. So, when you get this thought in your head, you want to criticize somebody, you have something to say about them, before you even say anything, ask yourself, am I doing what I'm expecting them to do? Have I done what I'm expecting them to do? Have I been in this situation before? Have I been in their shoes before? Am I doing everything that I can do to be a better team member, coworker, leader, partner? Because I guarantee you, if you ask yourself that and you're honest, you don't have a problem self-evaluating. You don't have a problem, looking at the mirror first. I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, you're going to see, oh, shoot, I do this. This is something I need to work on. Maybe if I worked on this first, then this other person wouldn't do it. Or I would keep my mouth shut when I see others doing it. This should be the first thing you do before you have criticism and feedback for other people. Check yourself first. Are you doing what you have to do? Are you maximizing the different areas in your life? Because if you aren't, you have no right to be talking about somebody else. You got to worry about yourself. There's work to be done in you. There's improvement to be done in you. I mean, I see this a lot. I mean, I be at work and these so-called managers and leaders constantly have something to say, constantly nitpicking, they're constantly doing this and that. And they're supposed to be the leaders and the managers, but they're literally doing the very same exact thing that they get on everybody else about. How are you going to get ahead in life? How are you supposed to be a leader if you aren't even doing the things that you're requiring and expecting of others? It makes no sense. How are you going to cast judgment on somebody else for doing the same exact thing you've done in the past before? There's this saying that goes, before you judge the speck in somebody else's eye or their life, look at the plank in yours. Meaning, before you judge this little thing that somebody else, you're judging them, you have all this stuff to say. In reality, what they're doing is like this. Why don't you worry about yourself and look at this big ass plank, which is your big issues, your big problems that you have to worry about in yourself? Why don't you worry about that first? Why don't you fix that first? And this goes for everything. This goes for personal, romantic relationships, everything. Before you worry about others, worry about yourself. You see your girl doing something you don't like, you have constant feedback for her, you know, but have you ever stopped and sat there or stood there and like, what could I have done better? What did I do wrong? How can I go about this? How can I improve this situation? Where am I going wrong in my 50% of the relationship or this partnership or whatever? You got to make sure you analyze and check yourself first before you go on about others. Got to. Because you walking around here like you ain't got no problems, like you don't do nothing wrong, like you're perfect. Whole time you looking stupid and you not adding anything into the world, into that relationship. You just like taking up space, useless, arrogant, in all the wrong ways. Check yourself first, get yourself together, then you can worry about others. You can give advice and try and help them out. That's the video for today. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to the new subscribers. Appreciate you guys and the comments and the conversations. Loving it. And I will see y'all in the next video. Deuces.